It's funny, when I was like 7, I used to cook. I was really experimental with cooking weird things like that. And I used to read my dad's like old like Betty Crocker. But so even in my old age, I still do it. But I was like experimenting with the yoga balm. You can actually mix it with.
You ate it?
No, I mixed it with like massage cream. It's because yoga balm is only spot treatment. You can only do specifically if you'll burn up if you apply it all over. I mixed it with the massage cream, like about an ounce of that, and then a little bit, about a dime's worth of yoga balm, and so that made it actually into a full body treatment.
Hi Spa Pros, I'm Lauren with Universal Spa Education, and today we have Jeff St. Peters, our product development manager over the massage and body category. Thanks so much for being here today, Jeff.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So today we're talking all about the topic holistic. And that really means a lot of things to a lot of different people. So Jeff, I'd really love to get your take when you think about holistic and what that means as a massage therapist. Where does that go for you?
I think for me, massage and just in general, the idea of like spa and what we do, it's treating the whole being, the whole human, the client. Nikola Tesla said something about to find the secrets of the universe, you actually need to look at frequency, energy, and vibration. And as we are people, there's so much to us. There's a lot of times I see in traditional medicine where they're treating a symptom, they're giving you a pill to fix a symptom, to treat illness and things like that. And I think where like holistic matters is that, let's think about like Chinese medicine. Chinese medicine is very holistic in its thought. It's not just poking needles into people. There's a whole fact. The needles have an impact on the energy systems of the meridians of the body. They also treat with herbs. They look at what are you eating, what's happening in your life emotionally, the stress factors. I think us in spa, it's the same thing. You think about all the different senses that we're impacting in a treatment. The sense of smell, the sight, the touch factor. Every element is really impacted on a client when we're doing treatments with them. And we also have to kind of think about them emotionally. What stress factors are they dealing with? What are they eating? What kind of exercise things? As a therapist, you want to kind of understand those things when working with clients so that you give them better treatment. And so I think that's just true for all spa services. And again, being cognizant of what our clients' needs are and meeting them where they're at with those things. Like again, with the Chinese medicine, it's everything is looked at. They would look at the energy of the body. They treat with herbs. They treat with diet, nutrition. They look at what you're taking in and what you're outputting as well, like that, to make sure that they can give a proper diagnosis to treat you. And I think the same thing with what we're doing is like we're holistic. It means different things to different people, and even think about the treatment. So like in spa, we have massage, but there's also chiropractic, there's Chinese medicine, acupuncture, there's holistic doctors, people that are naturopaths, and all those I think encompass that idea of holistic medicine, or treating different elements of a client's needs.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely can see that there's so many different areas, not even just within the spa, but all of these different providers, like you're talking about, your chiropractors and acupuncturists, and it really is that full body experience. So when you consider how the spa takes part in that, like what does that look like from a product standpoint? Are there certain types of products you should gear yourself towards if you want to offer a more holistic experience for your clients, or is it more just about the service in general?
I think they go in hand. You want to, anything that you're using in a service, you want to probably have available for home care for a client so that they can use that, and then that's something you can help them in between services to be able to use. And as far as like products, there's a plethora of products out there. I think it's really identifying what actually has a true impact or that's actually beneficial. Again, you have to base it on what are the client's needs. And I think that happens in the consult of the treatment. You're asking questions, and it's a discovery session to find out what is the goal of the client so you can help them on their wellness journey.
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk a lot about nervous system regulation right now in wellness. Why do you think that there's been such a shift for clients that they're really searching for that regulation in the spa environment?
I think with the nervous system, I mean, you think about our lives right now, there's a lot of uncertainty and there's things happening that are beyond our control, and that has a big impact of our wellness. We're talking, again, the idea of holistic. It's not just the physical part. There's the emotional aspect of what we do and what comes into us. And stress has an impact as far as our overall wellness. When there's something called the parasympathetic nervous system, and that's the concept of, it's called fight or flight. So back in the day when the caveman was being chased by the tiger, his parasympathetic nervous system would engage so that he wouldn't get caught, and all his energy was focused toward getting away and survival. And we don't have to race against tigers anymore, but we have deadlines, we have computers, we have stress, job stress, family stress, financial stress. All those things are really relevant in our lives, and so it engages that parasympathetic nervous system as well. So we're always running on high power, and we're depleting basically our batteries, and eventually it has an impact on our overall health. And so I think with the regulation and using spa to help balance that stuff and come back down to the sympathetic nervous system, which is like the relaxation response, then that will again impact our health. And actually holistically it impacts not us, but also our family, how we work and how we engage in the world as well.
Yeah, absolutely. With that being said, do you feel there's a shift for clients in the spa now that they're really using these holistic experiences and treatments on a more regular basis instead of as a occasional luxury type of treatment where they're coming in more regularly?
Yeah, I think as far as like the use of products that are considered more holistic, essentials or topicals or things that, even drinking herbal teas, there's a lot of things that can go into that. And I think there's definitely a lot more awareness with the cost of healthcare going up like that. People are trying to figure out ways of preventing and improving their health so they don't have to go to the doctors, and things that will empower them to be well with things that they can use on their own.
So there's a lot of conversations now about what it means to be a clean product. What does that mean in terms of holistically clean, something that is going to be good for the entire body when you are searching as a spa for new products to fit into that regime?
I think that takes a little bit of research. As far as you're talking the word clean, that does vary, and there's a lot of things where people make greenwash for kind of marketing
fluff.
Yeah, exactly. Examples like certifications. Here's a great example where there could be products like massage products that contain organic ingredients, but it's not a certified organic product. It's an element of it, and they use that. Or there's products that say that in the name they call it organics when it's really not a certified organic product. Or there's sometimes where there's certifications that are made up, they're not actually accredited, because part of getting these certifications you have to get the product tested, and then you have to apply for a certification to get those things, such as Leaping Bunny or things like gluten-free. I think part of it is just reading labels and understanding what is actually good, because sometimes they even hide in the ingredient decks on the Inky ingredient decks, they hide things. It's examples, so there's something called triethylamine, which is T. They'll abbreviate it. It's a preservative system that's not very clean, but they hide it based on how they worded on there. So
Sneaky.
It really is. And so I think you just have to be cognizant when you're bringing products into the spa and really researching and understanding the over brand stuff, the why of the brand, and does it fit the needs of your particular spa and the clientele that you're serving.
Speaking of your clientele, I know I've heard from other massage therapists in the past that sometimes they struggle with recommending home care to their clients, and it's more because they really just want to put a lot of care into their clients. They don't want to pressure them to buy retail. How do you think looking at this holistically as a massage therapist can help to support those massage therapists with those home care recommendations?
That's a great question, and I think part of it is that I actually went to massage school and aesthetic school, and they're very different in regards to the education. With aesthetics, it becomes natural about talking about products and recommending home care because it's a vital part of what they do. You want to look beautiful and have beautiful skin, and you want to be able to bring that home with you. With massage, the care is over the body, and you think about like how a client feels after treatment. They're all woozy, they're dazed, they're in a whole different world at that point. You almost feel bad for recommending product because it's like almost like they're compromised, and they don't teach in massage school really good technique as far as offering home care products. I think part of it is a mind shift change for massage therapists, is really understanding it's not retail. In fact, you're not going to be a car salesman. It's really offering things that will benefit the client at home. So if there's products in your spa that you use that you love and you use at home, those are things that you want to recommend for somebody else to take home with them. Like example, like the SOS Bellabaci product. That's one of my favorite products. It's got wintergreen and peppermint and arnica. It has a lot of great elements, and it smells wonderful. It feels great on skin. I use it personally, and so it'd be easy for me to talk about it with somebody. Take examples. We all go out to eat like that, and we go to whatever the Italian restaurant is. You're going to tell your friends if it's a good experience and it's a great restaurant. You're going to tell your friends about go there. They have great pizza. Yeah, exactly. And so it's natural. So if you want to encourage things, if you know something that's great and good, offer it to people. Yeah. I think you're actually doing a disservice by not offering products that will help with the overall wellness and continue the treatment for the client at home.
So I heard you speak a little bit about this Bellabaci product. What is this and what do you like about it?
Bellabaci in general is an amazing brand. It's from South Africa. It has a great foundation. The products are actually formulated by a naturopathic doctor. So each of the formulations have specific things that they do for the body. This one's the SS Repair, which is really good if you're very athletic, have a lot of tension and soreness, things like that. It helps with stress relief, things like that.
So is this a product you would, if you are very athletic and you have just spent an hour working out, you would apply this afterwards to help with some muscle relief?
Yeah.
Nice. That looks like a great consistency.
Yeah,
too.
and this is a balm, but it's different than traditional balms because it doesn't contain wax. A lot of times balms contain wax and they can get a little sticky when applied. This actually uses coconut that's been whipped, so it actually it has a really great consistency and it massages really well into the skin. A little goes a long way, and it can be used all over the body. Sometimes with balms or analgesics, things that are really active that have a lot of peppermint or
spicy.
Camphor. Yeah, they're spicy, and you can only do spot application on specific areas, where this has a cooling effect but without being so active that you're not going to freeze to death, or it's not going to have a negative impact on your client, but you'll get the same benefits.
So this is essentially a product that you could use in your treatment, and then it looks like we have some smaller retail sizes here too. Oh, perfect. So this is, I think, a good example of where these are the products you're using in your treatments that kind of fit into that holistic wellness that your clients could then take home and continue that benefit, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, another thing I didn't mention too is that this SOS actually has magnesium in it, which is right now is trending. There's lots of topicals that people are using it. Magnesium works in a lot of body processes, and actually because of the way our food is grown and things like that, it's actually a lot of our diet. We're missing a lot from our diet, and so it impacts your sleep, your overall wellness. The lack of it topically, it actually has a greater impact absorbing the skin.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I also see we have more spa tension balm on the lineup today too. This is one of my absolute favorite products. How do you think that this one kind of fits into that same holistic topic? I see it has great ingredients, peppermint, etc. Those things that really help to cool and calm. What else about Moor Spa is?
Moor Spa is just an incredible brand in general. They have such integrity, and it's a beautiful, very full brand. That one in particular is very active. It definitely has a really amazing cooling effect, and so you really want to just do spot treatment. You could do an enhancement where you apply it to the shoulders or to the back or area, any place that a client might have some issues. But then there's the retail aspect to be able to take it home.
Absolutely. I carry a lot of stress usually in my neck here. I love to put it right along my hairline. That's one of my favorite little spots to put this. And then the temples, of course, too. I like you have to be careful because you're close to the eyes. But it's, one of my favorites. Yeah. And then last on our lineup here, we have a Yoga Balm. The same principle, great ingredients. Everyone always knows Yoga Balm. You can smell it. But what about this product really makes it fit into that holistic?
This is a small time business. I think they're based out of Oregon. Made in small batches, and there's a lot of love behind and how they do this brand. It does have one thing that's really unique. It's called Yakima Peppermint, which is specific to, I think, Washington State. So that's the only place.
It's really rare, right?
It's pretty rare. I think that's what gives it a lot of the kick that it has. I work on the computer a lot, and I actually use this product quite a bit. I'll like with you on my neck. I'll put it on my neck, and then I actually put a TheraTools neck roll over the top of it so that the product actually penetrates a little bit deeper and goes. I think it has a greater impact when you put the heat over the top of it, which I really love.
All right, Jeff, thank you so much for talking to us today about holistic properties within your spa environment. We really appreciate you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Have a great day. Thanks, everyone.
Take care.